short and sweet because I got to sack soon. So it just popped across an article regarding Walmart. Now, mind you, I applied to Walmart, especially during my unemployed days. Then I couldn't even get a fucking interview. And I think it's based on the fucking algorithms and all that shit, assessments. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it. And you get to see what I'm seeing. So go to work in the field. What it's like to actually work at Walmart. You've seen these videos, but now you're going to see what I'm seeing. So, all that crap. They go, Walmart employs a lot of people. We all know that. You know that. Okay. Now, my area, um, it's all foreign. So, I'm not going to talk about that. And obviously, one of the big things, and this has been covered in a lot of these videos, especially for many, many years. There's an old documentary, Walmart High Cost of Workers. That was a good one to watch. Um, so they obviously offer health care, like the other companies do. And one worker says, it's getting more expensive. I think that can be said no matter where you work. Healthcare is through the fucking roof. So if you got medical things, you're pretty much fucked. So yeah, again, it's Walmart. They want to fucking just because they're a company, they want to spend less money and get as much profit as they can. Yeah. Again, um, some people like working in it, some people don't. Some people see it as the job or they look for something else. And again, if I did get hired by Walmart, that would be the case for me. The job, well, look for something else. And according to this, full timers have to work until 35, but mostly gets 33. So that's a nice workaround, so they can work you as much hours as possible without giving it. So anyhow, if you do work at Walmart, feel free to chime in. Um, and of course, the whole sick policy. I've seen that covered, in a lot of videos. Yeah, sick policy. That's a whole other topic. A lot of companies, well, that's not the only company that's done shit. A lot of companies, they want to kill people for being sick. Rewind back about 6 years ago with the fucking pandemic. So let's put that into perspective. And most of these, the videos regarding Walmart happened way before the pandemic. So it very well could change. Who knows? We're not getting fired for taking sick day. And let's face it, that's a double-edged sword. You know, everybody gets sick once in a while. I've been sick. I got COVID 2 years ago. Funny, it was actually 2 weeks after I purchased my tracker. Maybe that was punishment. Anyhow, let's move on. And wages, that's a whole nother topic. Everyone, the mainstream is, Walmart is shit, 2% annual increase. And I don't think Walmart's the only company that's guilty of it, but this is just basically focus on Walmart. And again, so you live in minimum wage families. I think you're continuing, I think it's like 12.50 or some shit. let's just say 13, just keep the number simple. I know in Massachusetts, they were pushing for 15. That's what it's doing. Um, so, anyhow, it's 50. And this is what happens. And I ran into this with the last job I had before the pandemic, where they were bumping my wage up every fucking year. So I wasn't getting any raise above that. Meaning I was at that company for 8 fucking years, and that's time. And $12 an hour. And guess who else is getting $12 an hour? Fucking buyer. That's trained. And that's what it's about. So, we don't even real rates. So I can definitely feel for that work right there. And, again, this is what I'm saying. Most people, this is Walmart, this is Supermarket. Generally, 90% of people who work at those jobs, they're doing them while they look for something else. And, I'm not going to talk about, the rage quitters, something up with the chit chat about that. Those are fun to watch. But this quote is probably the truth of anything. It's not we want to, but if we go with it. So it is very valid. And I turn it to me. Okay, that's not surprising. This is going to be a fucking company. Um, People will fucking quit because they move on to better things. They have a great reputation, which translates into great hiring. Um, meaning people will leave jobs to find something better. I was guilty of that myself. You know, during the pandemic, I got, I had a part-time job at Dollar Tree, you know, 27 hours a week. You know, took 2 weeks with the brother, 2021. You know, got a job doing landscape construction. My own landlord business, and that's what it takes. You got to know people, got to make those connections. And sometimes that works better than blasting your resume out a whole bunch of times and these fucking bullshit assessments, which I think are stupid. By the way, I did apply for a government job, and they do have to fucking take one of those fucking assessments, which I think are fucking stupid. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do that. But anyhow, enough about that. So it's just saying that get laid off, then the short hair get quit, and the short hair, and then there's the backlash of the company. It's not my problem, and it's just mix of what's really good. I don't know enough about that. Um, I some people who work at Walmart actually chime in on this. I know I don't have a big channel. I don't put a whole lot of effort into it. I do have privacy. You have a listening channel or you don't. And thanks to those who do. And watch the content. But this one ties to a on prior. So 4 more hours never said half. What the fuck? 4 hours is too long. Okay. All right, so move that a little long. Talking to lots of people at Walmart every day. Great for your resume. All right, let's see what this has to say. This one might actually be very valid for anybody, not just people who work at Walmart or any retail. So basically, you have to interact with customers. Right? I'm going to be honest. I've shopped at Walmart, and frankly, you don't get much fucking interaction. They just point you. At least in my experience. I don't know because again, yeah, I am. I don't know. They also want like to get some help. So they actually watch the island. So, but again, when it comes to working retail, let's face it, for the majority of people who work retail jobs, it's not just one. They- They're just doing it until they find something else. And I will throw the caveat that Costco may be one of the better retail outlets work for because for the people who work in some other outlets in Costco, it's very easy to work your way up the ladder. With the job. But I mean, in all fairness, when you work with any retail, you get to build your interpersonal skills. You have to need a paycheck. You know, again, you know, if you're not a people person, then obviously, retail is not exactly, sales folks are not exactly the place you want to be. Trust me, I know. I've been retail 20 times. I fucking hate it, but I had to take no making. You got to pay your bills. Bills will do. You know, right? So that's what it says. Wow. So the potential for bonuses. Bonuses. Keyword. Potential. Potential. Now let's escape the fact that this is a Walmart article. Potential. You know what you have to do to get a fucking bonus? I don't know how Walmart works with theirs, but you know, my job before the pandemic, it was a thrift store, and yeah, potential bonuses, but you had to fucking work your fucking ass off for shit fucking money. Um, and I worked a couple jobs that had a base pay commission, one sales collections. So again, you know, bonuses. But again, you have to fucking work your ass off. Then you get fucking frustrated, and then companies find ways to cheat you out of it. And again, I'm not going to say Walmart does this because I've never worked at a Walmart. I don't know, but I know I work at places where they look for ways to cheat you. Well, you didn't do this, you just shied some stuff. They look for ways to cheat you. They can cheat you, they'll get away with it. Any company's like that. Not just Walmart. Again, it's something on Walmart. It's going to be open. You want it, advance. Yeah, so it's possible. And it goes on forward, that is performance bonuses, upward job for those who want it. So I'm going to put my 2 cents on that. You actually have to want it. And again, there may be some people who like working with it. There may be some people who like working and they want to work with it. This contradicts, a previous book. And again, this one could be working at a Walmart where it is possible to do that. But, it's like any company. You have to put yourself out there. If you want it one place, you have to look elsewhere. Replaceable products. Okay, so here's another one. Yeah, well, technically, right. I mean, in fact, I do support negative criticism of working at Walmart. And negative feedback from positive. And that's what this fucking retail, Like, the whole, the retail was not a way to get a fucking see that as career. passed off. Off the fishing. 8 people applied. Many of them, actually, several of them, way more qualified for the position. And none of us got it. Majority of us got it. Again, Walmart, people who work there chime in on this. But anyhow, this guy's been working. A lot of students, I worked for weekend, which is high school college. Just on part-time. Money. How is that possible? But anyhow, you can look at that. The long shot is almost like the only from up, they want to do. This is all the almost the top business. You got food. You have food shop. So, you got that. This is how big one. Again, if you work at Walmart, feel free to chime in. Tell about your experience. Uh, yeah, all I have to do is it was actually like working a lot. Anyhow, I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna go to bed, and hopefully you watch the next video. I'd like to say I'll see you, but I'm not actually seeing you. So you will see me.